Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Benfica. Barcelona were able to defeat Benfica 1-0 away from home, and not just that, but Barcelona did it with 10 men. Yes, Barcelona did actually score their goal with only 10 men. And we're talking about a Benfica side that is powerful, that is one of the best teams in Portugal, and is one of the best teams in Europe. And Barcelona got the win against Benfica with only 10 men. That's very, very impressive. It is a huge statement to all of Europe that Barcelona is the most dangerous team, and that is just a fact. You can say, oh no, it's Liverpool, oh no, it's Real Madrid, oh no, it's Manchester City or Bayern or whoever. No, the team of Europe for this season, it has to be FC Barcelona, because Barcelona do persevere. They don't make any excuses. They don't say, oh my god, we're down by one man, so we might as well just go for the 0-0 tie, or if we lose, we'll just say that we went down with one man and it was just too difficult. Barcelona make no excuses. I even said, I remember, you guys can go look at X and look at my account, and I did state, and I was like, dude, like, fuck it. I was like, I would be fine if we tried to defend the 0-0 away result and then go home in the next match against Benfica and win that game. I was honestly okay with that, because it was just going to be too difficult knowing this Benfica side who, you know, a few weeks ago scored 4 goals against us. So I'm like, just defend the 0-0 and we'll call it from there. But then I said, I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Hansi Flick plays full on attack even with 10 men. Like, I would not be surprised if Barcelona believed that they can come out with a win with 10 men and 70 minutes left to play. I actually even forgot to mention that. Not only did we go down with 10 men, but we went down with 10 men away from home on the 21st minute, like very early in the game. And you're still going to tell me that we got the win against Benfica? It is freaking amazing. Now, this is not the first time Barcelona received a red card and we went down with 10 men. I mean, when we think about Hansi Flick's system, we think about a team that is very aggressive, they press very high, and in result, I'm starting to believe that it does lead towards sometimes engaging in a red card. And that is why we have seen multiple red cards and multiple times where we had to play with 10 men throughout this season. It's very common, and that is because of Barcelona's game plan. We're too aggressive. But I do believe that as time does go by, Hansi Flick will teach this team to be much more, I would say, smart with their tackles, more careful in the way that they do press, right? Like, still keep the exact same intensity, but minimize the errors. Cubarsí was the one that got red carded against Benfica after he made a huge tackle against one of the forwards of Benfica, and I know that Cubarsí was nervous. I know that he was trying to think about, how can I stop this player instead of just letting the play go through, because he literally tackled the player and not even the ball. Yes, Cubarsí even said after the match that, you know, he went for the ball, not the player, but it is quite clear that even as us Barcelona fans, we can say that Cubarsí went for the player, and that is fine, right? We're not hypocrites out here. We're not going to say that, you know, that Cubarsí did not deserve a red card and that he went for the ball and not the player. No, we're going to be very real, right? Because we're not hypocrites. We're not like other football fan bases that I'm not going to mention here besides Real Madrid. But for this specific moment, yes, Cubarsí did deserve that red card. So like I've said, it's not the first time. In the match against Monaco, Eric Garcia received a red card and Barcelona lost 2-1. We had a red card against Real Madrid in the 2-5 win where Szczesny got the red card, and so it was a huge blow. So once again, it was not the first time. Barcelona are very experienced when it comes to situations like this. Even Pedri stated that we always knew what to do after being reduced to 10. We are satisfied. So you can tell that these players do train with 10 men against 11, and they know exactly what to do. And so for the first time in the Champions League history, a team has won an away match despite playing with 10 men for over 69 minutes. This is also Barcelona's first clean sheet in a Champions League knockout match since 2019. And I do think, right, we are going to go very individual here before we go very broad about the whole match, but I do think that one of the players that we have to be very grateful for, it is Szczesny. Szczesny against Benfica faced 26 shots, 0 goals were conceded. He made 8 saves and had an average of 1.90 expected goals against. Yet no one could put the ball behind Szczesny. Szczesny was unstoppable. He made 3 huge saves in the first 45 minutes and 3 huge saves in the last 45 minutes. Also making a huge save against like one of the players of Benfica, like on the 93rd minute, it was like a long shot and he stopped it, right? It was amazing. He parried that shot. And it's crazy to think about that, right? Because like 6 months ago, Szczesny was out there shopping for groceries, just enjoying retirement. And like 6 months later, you're going to tell me that Szczesny is becoming a Champions League legend with FC Barcelona? It's amazing. This should have been a game where Barcelona, like, they should have lost. Because if we look at the stats, we can see that Barcelona had less possession, less of an expected goal rate, less total shots, less shots on target, equal amount of big chances, equal amount of big chances missed, and Barcelona also had less corners, while Benfica had 13 and we only had 4. They also had a better expected goal open play rate of 1.45. Barcelona had 1.11. Expected goal set play, Benfica were better. In terms of passes, Benfica yet again had more than FC Barcelona, like in everything. But if you just look at the stats, it's not going to tell you what happened in the game, because this is just the paper. But if you look at in the game and if you look at the full whole match, Barcelona in the first half were superior to Benfica, even with 10 men. There were moments where Pedri got out of pressure. Frankie de Jong was also trying to reduce the pressure for Barcelona. When he received the ball, he was getting away from whatever Benfica were trying to do. I was actually really confident to think that, Barcelona might actually do it. There was that side of me that just said that, just defend the 0-0, but we'll see. It was very 50-50. You never know with Hansi Flick's Barcelona. So when Cubarsí came out, Hansi Flick did put in Ronald Araujo at the back with Inigo Martinez, and the player that had to come out was Dani Olmo, and he left Lewandowski up top. To Hansi Flick, it was very important for him to defend Barcelona's half, hence the reason why we did not concede no goals. And I don't know what it is, maybe this is just me, but I really do get that feeling that Barcelona defend better when they're down to 10 men instead of 11, because I just see them very resilient. I just see them mentally prepared for these moments. And I believe the reason why is because when they're down with 10 men, they actually become much more compact and they sit at the back and they wait for Raphinha to make those runs on the left flank. And because when you are with 11 players, you're more stretched out, you leave more spaces. So it's strange to see how football does work. And I believe that at the heart of all this, as always, Pedri was the one that connected the defense to the midfield. There was a reason why Barcelona defended well and why Raphinha saw a lot of chances alongside with Lewandowski is because Pedri was the first receiver after Barcelona won the ball. Barcelona could be left with 8 or 9 players on the pitch, right, getting 2 red cards. Pedri will still give you that impression that this team is playing with 11. That is how dominant he is. He takes down 2 to 3 players in just one move. So props to Szczesny, props to Pedri, and lastly, I want to also give it out for Raphinha. Raphinha nets his 25th goal of the season for Barcelona, a vital one in the Champions League, bringing his tally to 43 goal contributions in 40 matches across all competitions. So in total, 44 matches played, 28 goals and 16 assists, 9 goals in 9 Champions League matches. It's crazy to think about this because Raphinha, as of March 5th, has surpassed Vinicius' numbers of the 2023-2024 season. And I remember everybody was saying last year that Vini should be having the Ballon d'Oro. I mean, bro, he came in second place right behind Rodri. So Vini was very serious about winning the Ballon d'Oro because of his numbers. And I believe that when you have a player like Raphinha who is surpassing Vinicius' numbers already, and we still have about 2 or 3 months left in this season, I do think that in the next Ballon d'Oro, Raphinha should either be first place or second place. If it's rigged, okay, then second place. But if it's fair, Raphinha should be first. You combine Raphinha's performances and goals and the amount of times he has been able to show up in big moments, because he has. This guy is Mr. Champions League. But you combine that with trophies like the Champions League, the Spanish Super Cup, La Liga. If Barcelona do win it, right, for sure Raphinha has to be one of the top contenders, and that's it, right? Raphinha has scored 9 goals, like I've said, and provided 4 assists in 9 Champions League games. Can you really process just how insane that is? With 9 big chances created and 3.1 key passes per 90 minutes. This is in the Champions League. I believe that we have to start this campaign. Us as Barcelona fans, I really want to go out there and say and demand for everybody to go out there and just go on the media and just spam everything. All the media accounts of Barcelona, all the Champions League accounts, all the Real Madrid accounts, everything, and just say Raphinha deserves to win the Ballon d'Oro in the upcoming one. Because when Barcelona is, let's just say for example, scared, maybe they are thinking that they might lose in this game, when all odds are against us. Like for example, when a player of Benfica stepped on Inigo Martinez's foot and we just think that, oh, okay, the refs are going to go against us, now we're down with 10 men. When there's the odds against us, the one player that comes up always, it is Raphinha. I mean, just look at his goal against Benfica. He was composed, he was not scared. He's like, okay, we're in this situation, but we're still going to win. And he scored. He scored goals against Bayern Munich, against Real Madrid, you name it. He scored the winner against Benfica in the 5-4. Now he's doing it again. What more do you need? And so I am super proud of this team overall because of their elite mentality and their way of thinking. It makes things much easier for the return round at Barcelona's home. And I hope that Barcelona can really kill that game and just go for the 3-0 or 4-0, because this 1-0 against Benfica at their home with 10 men, I know for a fact those players are rethinking about their confidence. I know for a fact they are scared of this team. So this 1-0 scoreline, it is a big deal. And so now we do move forward. Our next match is going to be on Saturday, March 8th, and Barcelona will go back home and play against Osasuna, a match where we previously lost against them 4-2 at their home. And so hopefully we get our revenge. That is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.